It's time for the Conrad Black Dirt Days Grand Parade. This special presentation is brought to you by Fiscus Electric, the Black Dirt Days Committee. It's time for the Conrad Black Dirt Days Grand Parade.
And a very pleasant good morning to you. If you're watching this on a Saturday morning, if you're watching this at a later date, well, hello everyone. I'm Chuck Carpenter, and it's time for another parade. It's time for Conrad Black Dirt Days Parade on KDAO.com. Chuck Carpenter here on a Saturday morning, a nice Saturday morning. There's a little bit of rain in the area, no lightning, none of that kind of stuff. Want to thank City Hall for letting me use their facilities, and it may be a little on the quiet side because they can't open up the windows, but you know what? We've got the parade. We've got the parade set sail to Conrad, and that is the theme of our parade. And of course, we have the American Legion. And by the way, I do want to remind you that the American Legion will be open for lunch after the parade is over, and we start at 11:30. We got to have some dignitaries, and a big shout out to Little Miss Bryn Matney. Little Mister is Quinn Butcher. So want to give those guys a shout out, Bryn Matney and Quinn Butcher. Throwing the candy out. And there's a few umbrellas. I haven't had to use them. And, of course, you know what? We got to have a Black Dirt King. Never have had a Black Dirt King, but we got one this year, and that's Mr. Chad Brown. And, of course, he was voted upon by the public. No offense to Craig Smith and Eugene Euban, but Chad Brown is the Black Dirt King. Oh, he's enjoying that. And we got fire trucks, and it's always a very nice parade. Of course, this thing started at the high school. Well, you know, even though I can't open up the windows, you can still hear the fire rescue. But just want to be safe rather than sorry as far as my equipment is concerned. So that's what I'm doing. So thanks to City Hall. Also, too, big shout out to Lindsay Keel doing interviews with me, and also to Jamie Willett doing interviews with me. And actually, speaking of Jamie, of course, our Black Dirt Days began, with a couple of things. The pancake breakfast this morning. Then I assume she had really a good turnout for the Dash and Splash, the 5K run, walk, jog that they had. And so that kind of finished up a little bit ago. And then, of course, Jamie's also going to be in charge of something very nice. And by then, the rain will be totally in the rearview mirror. And we're talking about the Quilts of Valor presentation. That'll be at 1 o'clock. So if you're watching this being streamed live, of course, we have the Conrad Fire Department here. If you're watching this streamed live, that's going to be very nice. And that'll be downtown at 1 o'clock on the main stage, okay? So, yeah, a little bit of showery rain here. It rained about 10 drops, and I haven't seen it. Actually, it's just perfect, because I think people will take this over smoking hot weather, you know? Set sail to Conrad Black Dirt Days. Things got underway on Friday. They continue today into tonight. And like I said, any rain, hopefully we'll be out of here by about 1 o'clock, and I plan to go up to do the softball tournament. So just a lot of fun here, and everybody really turns out. Now, last night I was in Gladbrook doing the Corn Carnival, and these guys were there, the Green Mountain Fire Department. I know that big well. I remember, plus the fact they got their pancake breakfast thing. And what do we always say whenever we have these volunteer fire departments, whenever they have pancake breakfast, whenever they have fundraisers, et cetera, please support them. A big shout out, because all these guys and ladies, they're all completely volunteers, okay? So very important. And, of course, you know, we also have, you know, neighboring fire departments. We just saw Green Mountain, and here we go. We got Union Fire and Rescue, so they ran over here this morning and took part in Conrad Black Dirt Day, set sail to Conrad. It's a wonderful theme. This may be Lindsay's last year of chairing Conrad Black Dirt Days. And we have Green Mountain Fire and Rescue. And again, thanks to, now see, when I could have set up outside, but I decided to set up inside. So doing that means it's not going to rain. So if it doesn't rain, Chuck Carpenter and KDAO will take the credit for that. Okay. So, and we got the Whitten Fire Department. And of course, we got lots of people lining the parade route. It started at the high school, goes down, and then it kind of loops around a little bit. And just having a nice time here. Really nice weather. This is better than smoking hot weather, you know. And we don't have many gaps in this. And the Whitten Fire Department, this is like an old school one, man. Again, thanks to City Hall for letting me use their facilities. Probably didn't have to, but... And I see no umbrellas. I mean, like a half hour ago, the umbrellas went up for like 2 seconds. Here's the Beeman Fire Department. Of course, Beeman, that was my first parade this year because we had the Beeman 150th. So that was my first parade last night, Gladbrook. Today, of course, Conrad. Next Saturday, it'll be State Center. Want to thank Deanna Davis McCowan, my good friend, for helping us out with sponsorship. And they include, by the way, Fiscus Electric, and, of course, the Black Dirt Days Committee, bringing you our live stream. And you can see all the people and all the little kiddos. So there you go. She likes it. I think it's a she. Okay. Oh, hey, I saw these guys last night in Gladbrook. We're talking about their Sid. They had a dog last night. We're talking about Anderson Funeral Home. Oops, Miss Jody. I was looking at the pavement. I don't know why. So these guys were in Gladbrook last night. Of course, presidents in Conrad, presidents in Marshtown do a nice job. I assume Amy is driving one of those things. Now, Lauren had a dog last night. I don't know if she's got the dog today. And, of course, the kids throwing the candy, just having a great time. Uh-oh, you know what? It's the only place I ever let touch my car, and you should do the same. We're talking about Conrad Tire and Auto. Is Adam driving? They had to put a pigtail connector on my car because, anyway, you guys don't care about that. But anyway, so that's where you go, man. Conrad Tire and Auto. That's where I go. Is that Adam in there? Kind of hard to tell. I think it is. I think he was eating candy. Hey, we have Midwest One Bank. Set sail to Conrad. Banks do a great job. We got 2 great banks here. And, of course, they give money and they give in-kind services. So thanks to Midwest One Bank for all they do. Oakview Nursing Home. Unfortunately, I didn't give them good weather the first time they tried to have their concert under the oak, so I'll try to do better moving forward. And, of course, they're all covered up. Not that it's not raining, so that's good. And, of course, they always have their concert under the oaks. It really is nice weather. I mean, there's no lightning, maybe just a couple of raindrops here and there. And we got the softball tournament going on up at the high school. We'll talk more about that as we go along here. Okay, this is Grundy County Memorial Hospital. Grundy County Memorial Hospital. Of course, they just did a nice expansion. Trusted care. Out of this world. Wonder if we'll have any class reunions. And speaking of good banks, got G&B Bank. Two wonderful banks in Conrad. And, of course, we assembled at the high school, coming down Main, making a couple loops there. I like this one. That's a lighthouse, set sail to Conrad, the theme for Conrad Black Dirt Days, the Beacon Christian Church. I like that one. That's very, very cool, okay? People put a lot of time and effort into this, don't they? And, of course, as we go along here, we'll be talking a little bit about stuff that there's still left to do. Downtown, the inflatable games. And got to have bubbles. This is Steckelberg Vet Clinic. I wonder if Darcy is that Darcy? See, a few years ago, she'd be like walking the thing, but now she gets to drive. So anyway, we got food trucks downtown. Don't forget the American Legion. If you're watching this being streamed live, after this parade is over, they're going to be open up, serving lunch just right down the street from me. And they got beef burgers, hot dogs. This is Prairie Green Ag LLC of Garwin. I think they were at the Corn Carnival last night. Oh, and I know that this next entry was in the Corn Carnival last night too. Woo! It's like the biggest piece of machinery I've ever seen. Anyway, so the Legion's got that lunch going on. Then they have food vendors downtown. And I hope the classic car show's going on. I know sometimes, with the little bit of rain there, you never know. They got games, inflatables, and of course at 1 o'clock, it's very, very special. Jamie Willett has the Quilts of Valor, and they're going to present that to 8 veterans. I know Jody Anderson and Mr. Frank among them. So that's something brand new they've added to the list. And they got pickleballs tournament, and they got the bags tournament, and we got entertainment tonight. And we have Moeller Sanitation. Moeller Sanitation always does a really nice job. They do a good job sponsoring all Comet athletics on KDAO.com when we do the Comets. Moeller Sanitation always stepping up. Savannah Addy, BCLUW alumni. Well, Addison Moeller, not yet, but her time is going to come. Savannah, she's officially an alumni. And we got these big tractors. And we have a lot of people. And I think the weather's pretty nice. No lightning, just maybe a couple drops of rain. I didn't even see any umbrellas, okay? See, I knew if I would go inside, it would not rain. So there you go. I knew that. So I'll take credit for it. Hey, Ritchie Industries, you're talking about a long-standing company, 105 years of smooth sailing, Ritchie Industries. Set sail to Conrad. That's a cool one, too. Everybody kind of getting in the swing of things. Do we see some pirates? Oh, wait a minute. I think I see some pirates. Yes? Yep, got some pirates. Oh, by the way, whoever cleans the windows at City Hall, they do a wonderful job. I don't know who does it, but let me tell you something. They do a wonderful job. So good job, whoever cleans the windows. This is Beck's. Just down the road. Set sail to Conrad, Black Dirt Days Parade. I'm Chuck Carpenter. Thanks to Fiscus Electric. I think they have an entry in this parade, too. And they started at 11:30, man. They lined up at the high school, and maybe they saw, got some rain on the way. It looks like it's trying to fizzle out a little bit. I'm sure they're still kind of playing on the softball games going on up there at the high school. And we'll be talking about those as we go along. Well, first off, you know what I can tell you. After this is over, we still got West Marshall and AGWSR. We got BCAW, Grundy Center at 1:30, South Harding, Gilbert. And then we also have Gilbert, Sumner, Fredericksburg. Marshalltown plays South Harding about 1:30. AGWSR plays Marshalltown. And great food at the concession stand. That's where I'm going to go after this, Iowa River Hospice. These people were very busy. Marched last night in Gladbrook. Here they are today. So, yep, I'm going to run up to the softball complex and cover the teams. And at the Dave Lee Classic, maybe run into Mr. Lee. Unless he's out mowing lawn somewhere. You never know. See the kiddos. Loving the parade, loving the candy, loving the nice weather. Half-price appliance. And they're throwing stuff out. What a great parade. I'll be in State Center next Saturday at 10 o'clock. I wonder if this is the red semi that I saw last night in Gladbrook. Maybe it's making the rounds. It's a very cool-looking semi. And the threat of rain has not deterred anybody from showing up at the parade, and off to a nice start. Nice parade here. Thanks to the Black Dirt Days Committee, and thanks to Fiscus Electric for sponsoring things. Kohler Generators. And Fiscus Electric. Good sponsor. Thank you. As they're making our live stream possible on KDAO. And it looks like, I think the rain's going to stay south tonight, and we have some good entertainment on the main stage at 6. All that's left, and then Katie and the Honky Tonks will be playing. Here's Landis. And from my old hometown of Taman, Toledo, Double D. Want to promote their rodeo August the 7th. In the old days, they had a restaurant right by the King Tower there on 30. That's back when 30 was 30, no bypass. Very thriving little area. King Tower, Double D. Annette Sweeney, state senator. Representing the area. as we continue along with our Conrad Black Dirt Days Parade. And once again, I do want to remind you, it's new and it's very special. On the main stage today, at 1 o'clock, we'll have the Quilts of Valor. And Jamie Willett kind of in charge of that. And I know they're going to give quilts to, I believe, 8 veterans. I wish I had all the names. I should have been there. I just know Mr. Frank's one, and I know that Mr. Anderson's another one. Okay, now, I'm always hoping, I wonder if Ryan's marching here. This is Heart of Iowa. Yeah, I think that's Ryan. Yeah, Ryan's throwing out cups. See, there's Ryan. Ryan used to work for us. I'm always hoping that Heart of Iowa will come to my neighborhood in Marshalltown and put in cable. I'm always hoping that. And they do a wonderful job. I mean, Heart of Iowa, we just have great internet, not that you guys care, in Marshalltown at KDAO. And that's because of Heart of Iowa, man. So thank you very much, Heart of Iowa, for all you do for the public and personally for all you do for KDAO. And hopefully all you'll do in months or years to come as far as installing cable in my apartment. So thank you, Heart of Iowa, and I know we'll be talking more about them when we start talking about Tar Heel Days in Union. I know this is a towing company, 24-hour tow service, Central Iowa Towing and Recovery. Oh, you know what? Do we have a class reunion? Maybe not. It's just whenever I see a whole bunch of people on a flatbed, I'm always thinking it's a class reunion, but it's not. So sorry about that. False alarm. But it is very cool. All ages. Anchors Away. Again, just a little reminder that the American Legion, if you're watching this being streamed live, they'll be open for lunch. And they'll be doing a nice lunch until 1:30, just down the street. And we're talking about beef burgers with mustard and hot dogs and beans. So check that out, along with all the good food trucks that they have downtown too. And then if you go to the softball complex, well, you have to eat there. You have to eat there. I'm still trying to figure out if I'm going to have a cheeseburger or a pork patty sandwich. Actually, it's a pork rib sandwich. Or a chicken sandwich. Maybe I'll have all the above. They were in Gladbeck last night. Cactus and Company, kind of a new business in Conrad. And we have from downtown Conrad, Wilson Law Firm is coming into view. That's not Wilson Law Firm, I'm just saying. And then we have Eye Care Associates, so a couple businesses downtown, and a very, very cool car. It's almost like a Batmobile that you're going to see in just a little bit. Okay. That is one cool car. Is that a Batmobile? I don't know what that is, but it's very cool. And look at that. It's flanked. But it's that's a long ways for that young man to go. But I bet he's going to make the whole. The whole parade lineup. So good job. Got to have a tractor. You know what? Got to have a tractor. And we had big tractors, but we got to have an old school tractor. So got to have that. Then we got to have a classic car. And hopefully the little rain showers are not going to impede people from taking part in the classic car show. I know Heather Wilson, promoting that. Her and Julian doing that this afternoon. And that's on North Main, excuse me. So we've had 2 banks, and coming up next, this is my bank. One of my friend Heather, she always is so patient with me in Marshalltown because I'm such high maintenance. So anyway, Farmers Savings Bank, good job. Yep, there's Heather. Let me see. There. Yep, there's Heather. Heather's like my banker. She's always very helpful. Thank you, Heather. You're a good citizen. I think she's a Chicago Bears fan, but, we can't all be perfect. So anyway, we have to have a class reunion. So this is very, very nice. And of course, now that's the other thing I forgot to tell you about too, because along with the celebrations and set sail to Conrad, it's also the 250th birthday. So this class of 76. So we got some people on the class of 76, and that's the other thing. Whenever we do these parades, we just we kind of noticed that last night. Because everybody has their theme, and then along with everything else, it's also our 250th birthday. So this year we have for all the celebrations that we do, it's like a combination, their own theme, and then we include, our nation's 250th birthday. So that's kind of a cool thing too. A very, very nice parade. And it's still going on. Started at 11:30, lined up at the high school. Down Main. See, I knew once I decided to make the decision and set up inside, because I bought into the thing there might be thunderstorms, I knew it wasn't going to rain. Had I set up outside, it'd probably be raining, and despite my best efforts, we probably wouldn't have any video. But anyway, that's beside the point. Got some more tractors. Thanks to City Hall, thanks to the museum here, which, by the way, is open. Thanks to Laura Stansberry for letting me come in here. Thanks to whoever cleans the windows at City Hall. Thanks to Lindsay Keel for the interviews. Thanks to Jamie Willett for the interviews. Thanks to Heather Wilson for the interviews. Just a lot of people to thank, man. As we continue along with our Conrad Black Dirt Days Parade. So, I see one umbrella up, which probably doesn't mean anything. Because I think it's probably sprinkling a little bit, but that's okay. After this, I'm going to head up to the softball complex. And hopefully the rain does not impede, because we have some good local teams involved. So I'll be doing that. Maybe you'll go down to the Legion and have some lunch, or maybe you'll go downtown and do the inflatable games. Enjoy the food trucks. They have a nice variety of food trucks. And we got some good tractors here. Old school tractors, kind of the stuff that Grandpa Schaefer had on the farm back in the day. And we got some tractors, and we may even have some horses too. So just a little bit of everything, and a very, very nice parade. Set sail to Conrad. Still plenty of things to see, do, and eat this afternoon. Musical entertainment downtown tonight. And we hope the storms stay away. And again, I think we still have a little horse-drawn carriage. Yeah, we have that. And that may be the last entry. That's a very cool horse. Okay, that is a very, very cool horse. I don't know why. It's just I've seen horses, but that's a very cool horse. Good job. And want to congratulate Mr. Chad Brown, Black Dirt King. The nominees for Chad Brown, Craig Smith, Eugene Euban. He took home the crown. Little Miss, Britt Matney, Mr. Quinn Butcher. And a shout out to all the volunteers. No, we still got some people. Or maybe Union Rescue is like making another loop. So maybe I shouldn't sign off just yet. But I do want to remind you to just go down to Legion, get something to eat, enjoy the vendors downtown, and the inflatable games for the kiddos. And we have the adult beverage garden bags tournament. Hopefully, the rain doesn't scare anybody away as far as the classic car show is concerned. And we just had a very, very nice parade, wonderful parade, and I knew it wouldn't rain. Not much crowd noise, but that's okay. I want to thank City Hall for letting me come in here. Better be safe than sorry. And everybody had a good time, and now they're going to disperse and go do whatever they want to do. I think I'm going to go up to the high school and watch a little softball, eat a little food at the concession stand. And we just had a great time back-to-back. Gladbrook last night, of course, Conrad today. Set sail to Conrad. Hey, thanks to the Conrad Black Dirt Days Committee, and thanks to Fiscus Electric for providing this live stream, okay? Thank you very much. And I'll be in State Center next Saturday for the Rose Festival for the Rose Festival Parade. So, good job, as always. Good job. Love coming to Conrad. Very near and dear to my heart. Hopefully you enjoyed the parade. Conrad Black Dirt Days Parade set sail to Conrad. We hope you enjoyed it. It has been a special production of KDAO.com.
This special presentation of the Black Dirt Days Parade was made possible by Fiscus Electric, the Black Dirt Days Committee. This has been a local video presentation of KDAO.